Uh, Time is not what it used to be, boys. It's not what it used to be, especially for us men. It's definitely the way it feels. We look back at past times, we feel like we had it better. Nostalgia, hell of a dangerous thing. Most people always look back fondly on the past. But I think, as I make this video in January of 2025, it definitely used to be better for us guys not that long ago. And a lot of guys feel this and they've given up. They've checked out. Consciously or consciously, they've checked out, aware or unaware of why they've done it. That's what I find. I find there's two types of guys who have given up, who have checked out. The guys who are really aware of everything that's going on, and then they've really decided, fuck this. And the guys that really, they swallowed the blue pill hard on everything. Society, work, women. They don't know what's wrong. But they're giving up anyway. You could call them NPCs. Maybe it's a bit harsh. I mean, NPCs used to be happy. Now I feel like all the NPCs are also miserable and pissed off. Man, I was an NPC. We were all NPCs, but I was an NPC. And I look back, and my NPC days were my happiest days. There is a pain with waking up. I was talking about this in the group. My best year was probably my best year. I've had some really great years, recent ones as well, but probably my best year was like 16 to 17. I just left school. I went to play tennis full time to become a professional. I lived in my dad's pub in London. I went to Australia for 8 weeks. And my cousins came back from Australia with us and they lived with us. And it was just like us 4 boys there. I'd go play tennis. I'd come home, hang out with the boys. I started going out, played the best tennis ever. But I was NPC. And I was probably NPC up until I was 23, 24. I had no ambition, I didn't care about the way of the world and how it worked. Didn't want to find out nothing. I was happy. And I felt like that was the case with all those types. Ignorance was bliss. But now I look at it, I feel like everybody's annoyed. Everybody's indoctrinated and fed, bullshit ideology and politics, and everyone's having to choose a side, and everyone's annoyed, and everyone's pissed off, and everyone's realizing it's all lies and it's all crap, and it's not what we're being told. And those guys that will get him through, get him by, they can't put their finger on what's wrong. They just feel this heavy malaise to their lives. A lot of single, a lot of lonely guys out there. Even a lot of guys in relationships and married and kids. They did everything they were told to do. They were good at school, they went to uni, got their degree, they got the job. They met the girl, they met the wife and the kids, and is this it? And this wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. I told it was going to be better than this, easier than this. And then there's the guys that have woken up. They've woken up to realities of the world in many ways. They're taking some red pill on many things. And they see it for what it is, and they see how we are being rinsed dry. That we are literally modern day slaves. And we're not respected. We're not valued. And we're having to put in more and more work for less and less reward. And these guys are saying, fuck this. And they've checked out. Giving up on jobs, giving up on women, giving up on politics, giving up on ambition and life. No more hope. They actually think society's it's all crumbling. It's all going down, man. It's all going down. It's crumbling, no hope, gone. When you lose hope, it's a horrible place. But I spoke about this. There is some freedom in hope. Sorry, there is freedom in losing hope. And I don't blame any one of these guys who just checks out and says, fuck society. I don't blame them, because why do you want to conform to a sick society? It is sick. There's a lot wrong. There's a lot of problems. Why do you want to conform to that? Why do you want to appease it? I don't. In many ways, I don't. So fair play, man. There's some balls in that too. Because like I said, most people are conforming, just going along with the lies, even though they feel like something's really, really wrong, you know? One way I spot a lot of these dudes, it's just, I talk to them, you can see it, they're just existing. A lot of guys are just existing today. They're not living, they're just existing. They go to work, they clock in, clock out, do the commute, come home, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, wake up the next day, repeat. Not even a hobby. Not even a hobby, not even doing anything that they enjoy. Video games don't count as a hobby. It does, yeah, it does. But I'm talking about getting outside, joining a group, joining other men. I mean, testing yourself, moving your body, testing your mind, testing your brain. None of that. It's just go home, sit in a box, sitting inside in a cubicle, no sun on you. Get in a car, drive home, another box, get home, another box or an apartment, right? No sun, no outdoors, no moving. You know, that's a big part of the problem, right? Why a lot of these guys feel crappy and they don't know why. You don't move. You don't get outside. You don't do something. You don't choose something and to work on, to improve on, and you don't interact, so you're not social. You think you get your social life from your job. There's no brotherhood. And people think they get it from their wife and or their kids, but you need to go out and you need to hang out, and you need to have a task and a challenge and a skill that you're working towards, and you're surrounded with other guys as well. It's very, very important. A lot of guys don't even have that, and it's kind of what they want. I say they, the system, they kind of want us to this point, and they got us perfectly. They got us perfectly in many ways. They want us to the point where that spark, that joy, that love, that ambition, those dreams, the source has been beaten out of you. And you're just completely apathetic to everything, and you're just numb. You're numb. You're just doing the bare minimum to get by. You go into work, you earn a bit of money, you go home, you watch TV, you watch some adverts, you buy some stuff. Maybe you go out on the weekend and you try and squeeze in the minimal time you have, and you're trying to make the most of your 1 day off or 2 days off a week, and you're squeezing as much as you can. So you go to a concert, you pay money, you go out and you get hammered, you pay money, you go shopping, you pay money, and that's it. That's what they want. And even the guys that are really aware of what's wrong, they're not sure what to do about it. Because the system really has its claws in deep. It gets in from day one. It gets in from day one, and I've noticed this with kids. I had kids. Even the nurses and the doctors, they all know this is bollocks, but they're trying to get you on the formula milk. Not even get you on the good stuff. All the synthetic crap. That's where they start. They start from day one, and everything's synthetic in this world. Everything's fake. Fake this, it's a replica of the real thing. And they get in there and they're getting ready to be young in school, and they beat out creativity and individualism and degrade the soul, and uni and the work and society and expectations and all of this. They get in, the hooks are in there. And so it actually can be a good thing when you reach a place of you've lost the hope in the culture in some ways, because you lost their whole culture's hope and expectations on you, and you don't give a shit. But the system are beating down these guys so much, they're worn out. Or they're just like, well, what is the options? But at this point, I'm not going to tell you the answers. I don't have all the answers. But at this point, it can be a good thing. You try to reframe it. You've woken up. You're not checked out. You've woken up. You've realized, all right, you've released yourself of the hope and expectations of a sick society. You're free of that in many ways. Well, maybe now you can go and do what you actually want. Try to live in the way you actually want. Try to figure something out. How can I now make steps to live more on my terms? How can I get the system to work for me? The first thing you have to fucking do is you have to get moving. You have to get outside. You have to get a skill. You have to get a hobby. I'm hobby coping. I did this on my other video, right? Men are giving up. I said this. You need a thing. You can't give up on yourself. And it starts with doing something. Have a skill. Get outside. Join a group, a gang where there's going to be other guys there, other men. Because we're all craving it. We're all craving this connection. And no one's talking about it. No one wants to admit it. And when you go to these places, it's often very much guys like that. Looking for that too. Hobby coping. Hobby coping. But find something. Find something to enjoy. Start figuring out who you really are and what you really want. Because like I said, in many ways you freed yourself of the expectations and the hopes of a culture that is dying in itself. So you probably rid yourself of goals that were never really yours anymore. So you can start fresh, start new. Sort of like that Fight Club quote, isn't it? Only when you've lost everything, you're free to do anything. Sort of like that. You lose the hope, You can start forging your own path. But another thing is a really, really important thing is you need to stop obsessing about yourself so much. I don't know who said it, and I'm paraphrasing a bit, but an obsession about how you feel and you're so miserable and all this and me is hell. You know, is depression, is miserable. The big thing you should start to do is, who else can I help? In whatever way. And maybe you feel like you don't have anything to offer to help anyone. But like I said, there are so many guys in the same situation as you. I guarantee it, within a walking radius of you. You bump shoulders with these guys every time. You look them in the eye briefly every time. You interact. Good morning. I want a latte, regular size, please. Pack of cigarettes there, please. Yada yada. You interact. They're there. They're all around us. And you can connect. We've got this amazing thing called the internet now, and we can connect and you can find them much easier. Do something, help, form a group, get together, talk. Maybe you have a skill set, go help somebody. Get outside of the solipsism that has engulfed you. Society never helped you. Okay, go and find someone you can help. Get moving, pick something, have a good hobby, figure out who you are, and give back. There's some early steps. I mean, I'll probably do a video on this, like, you know, how to change your life, 10 things, blah, blah, blah. This is not really that video, but maybe it's a start. It's just something to think about, and just wanted to shoot the shit with you guys because it's an important topic, right? A lot of us here they feel that malaise. We feel a bit lost. But maybe that feeling is because we're clinging on. We're clinging on to the dying embers of a culture that doesn't give a shit about us anyway. Maybe we just have to just completely release that now. Completely detach. We could start doing our own shit. What do you think, guys?